Hi everyone, this is Steven from YogaWorks and welcome to another little movement snack. In this way we're going to be moving all our major joints through a circular motion. If you think about it, anything we do, all our movements are generated at the joints, and the better those joints are functioning, the better that we'll move and feel, and our capacity to do things in the world is just going to be increasing. So we'll make our way up from the feet and up to the upper body, and the first one we'll start with is the ankles. You can always hold onto something for your balance, that's fine, or if you want to challenge your balance, then just stand on one leg, lift the right foot, and then just circle the foot around. Just choose a direction and just go slowly, and then change the direction of that ankle circle. Circling around, and then place the right foot down, lift the left foot a little bit off the floor, and just circle around. You could do this with shoes as well, doesn't really matter. So a couple of circles to see how does your ankle feel. And circle the other way, change direction. We're just giving some input into the joint that it may not be used to. How often do you do this in a regular day? And then place the left foot down again. Now place the feet close together, bend your knees a little bit, and place your hands on the knees, and then we're going to make little circular movements with the knees. So you bend more as you go forward, you straighten the legs a little bit as you go back. And then again, don't force anything, we're just inviting some circular movements in the knees, change direction. You might hear little pops or little noises, it's quite common, don't worry about this. That's quite a good sign actually. And then slowly release. Now stand up, place your hands on the hips, feet hip distance. We're going to be doing a circle with the hips. So start going to one direction, then forward, then out to the other side, and then move the hips back. And just imagine the hips are circling around the base of the feet. The size of the circle is entirely up to you. There's no minimum requirement there. So if you find this quite hard, then just make a smaller circle to start with. And you'll probably feel there's some corners of the circle, so to speak. I know the circle doesn't have corners, but that feel a little bit restricted when you move into that range, change direction. So for me, it's when I go forward, I feel a bit of stretch at the front of the hips, or sometimes when you go out to the side, you might feel the same. So just notice for your body where you're at, circling around. And then release that, place your hands on the opposite shoulder. We'll do a circle with the upper back, so keep your hips and legs quite steady, and then start to circle the top of your spine. Obviously the neck and the head will also move. And then just see how that feels. We're circling the rib cage on top of the base of the hips and the lower spine. And then change direction. Circle the other way. And then slowly release. Now we're coming to the shoulders. So roll the shoulders forward and back. Again, making a big circle in the joint. Inviting a little bit of movement. Again, noticing where you're feeling a little bit stuck, a little bit restricted. And it's good to pay attention more to these areas. Change direction. We're starting the other way. So this is just a little check to see where we're at. And if any of these feel really amazing in your body, it might mean that you just need to come back to these regularly, which is a good idea. And then slowly release, and take the elbows and circle them around. Doesn't really matter how, we're just getting a little bit of motion there, and change the direction of those elbow circles. Nice. Now the wrists, try to keep the forearms quite steady. It's good to squeeze your elbows into your sides here. Make fists with the hands and then roll the wrists around, squeezing your fingers and thumbs together into the palm to increase the stretch. So look down. Can you minimize the movement in your forearm? And then change the circle, the direction of your circle. Good. Shake it out. Now, next circle is the arm. So just lift your arm up, reach it back, and come back down. A couple of times, stretch, and try to keep the whole rest of the body quite steady as you do this. Change direction. Couple of circles. If any of these feel really good, then you can always pause and do a couple of more, or come back to it in your own time. We'll do the other side. Circle the left arm or whichever side you haven't done yet. And then change direction. Start going back and then forward and up. And then make that circle as smooth as possible and just notice what's going on. Maybe there's a big difference between the left and the right. All of this is quite normal. And I will finish off with the neck. So now we're keeping the rest of the body quite steady. Lower chin to chest. Start going off to the one side and then circle the head around. Sometimes we take a lot more time to do one of these circles, but sometimes it's nice to just move through these motions without thinking about it too much, without getting too precise about which muscles are moving and which parts shouldn't move. Just move the joints around. Let's circle in the other direction. If any part doesn't feel good, then avoid that range. Don't push into it, especially with your neck. Last one. And there you go. This was a little circular movement snack, a little break from all the sitting. I hope it feels amazing. Come back to this often, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care.